We live in an increasingly global economy, whether you like it or not. I like to shop local, but what can you say? More and more commerce occurring online. So how do local businesses compete with all of that? There's a new business that's going to help them stay in the game, and hear from ShopLocalUSA.online. Former legislator A.G. Crowe is here, because now you tell. This thing that you're doing here is for the little fella who is still trying to, I don't know, they're trying to compete. I mean, normally when you have a big event like that, businesses pop up around it to service those types of things. But in this thing, the ShopLocalUSA.online, that website you're trying to put together, this is for established small businesses and up-and-coming ones who aren't, I mean, they're just a business. They do what they do. They're not trying to be a remora when it comes to some big project coming up like that.
Correct. Right.
This
and this what people have to understand is that unlike 25 or 30 years ago, when the North Shore businesses were basically competing against the South Shore businesses, like people in Mandeville always went to the Lakeshore Mall, which was a great place and still is today. But the North Shore has kind of grown up. I mean, the cities now have enough businesses that support the community, and to be able to say to the people whatever they need, we have, and so that. Back then was the issue. Then people were buying, going to New Orleans to shop rather than the North Shore. Today, it's even worse because people are going online to shop. And what they don't understand and what the mission here is, it's more of a mission than anything to do this. And that was just simply to provide a platform, a digital platform, so that we can reach lots and lots of people in a very efficient way to let them know what the mission is. Support your local businesses. We're the ones that pay the property taxes.
Yeah.
We're the ones that own the buildings. And pay the mortgages and hire the people and collect the sales taxes and pay the sales taxes. And when $1 is spent in a community, it's an economic fact that it rotates into that economy 7 times. And so when you keep $1 locally, think about how often that rotates in that $1 economy, rather than I'm going to save 10 cents sales tax by going to an online like Amazon or something like that.
Well, the thing about Bezos, I mean, they're now looking at him going in Amazon and going, I mean, isn't that why we have monopoly laws? He seems to be taking over everything. I read that he bought, did he buy Whole Foods, and now he's going to be delivering food. It's going to be to the point where nobody's going to be leaving their house.
Well, I think I think there's a race going on between Walmart and them. And in fact, I even heard about Grainger, that they were looking to buy Grainger, that is Amazon. So who knows what. But the bottom line is that small businesses today, they have to make the adjustments. And that's why you're going to see more of them, local businesses, doing things that they've never done before, like delivering. And like every restaurant in the North Shore, there's a service or two out there that...
Waiter and those other apps.
Yeah, and if everybody's heard about getting a pizza delivered, but now you can get any kind of meal delivered with a service. So that's one adjustment. The other adjustment is that small businesses have to understand that cell phone that you and I carry around, that's how the younger people, that's how a lot of people more and more are communicating. Mm-hmm. Everything is there. It's not even on the desktop anymore. And certainly to a lesser degree on a desktop, but on a laptop, certainly everybody uses that more frequently, and an iPad. But now the cell phone is where it's at. And so we're developing an app that's going to make this a lot easier for people to access.
I tell you, when you first showed me this picture, one of the first things I thought of, why aren't you using Google Maps? But would you have to pay for that? I kind of like, I mean, I don't know if y'all have seen this right here. It's like a caricature put together. This is Slidell, and these are all the people that are involved in this thing right now. And it kind of reminds me of those maps that you buy, and here's the downtown, and they got the drawings and that kind of such. But, you have pictures of businesses who have applied for this, who have no website or anything like that, and you build one for them?
Exactly.
You build a page for them?
Right, and it helps them understand that, and we do it for them, actually.
Yeah.
That how important it is to get onto the World Wide Web, even if your audience or your target market is local. There are a lot of businesses in Slidell, for example, that could sell their products worldwide. But the bottom line is that I've underwritten the cost of putting together a whole new website, which is the platform that was necessary in order to be able to deliver this interactive digital map. So, we'll print a couple thousand of these to be distributed everywhere. And this is your complimentary signed copy, by the way.
Cool.
Ron Barthett is our artist. He's been around for many, many years and very well respected local artist out of Covington, Louisiana. And so the digital platform really had to be a site set up so that it would attract people. So what did we do? We called it Shop Slidell. And when you go there, you're going to still see the history of Slidell. And you're going to see the digital interactive map. You're going to see the list of businesses that are participating. Also, another column for all the government offices. Then a column for schools and churches and organizations like the Rotary Club and Kiwanis. Plus, there's an events calendar. Kendra Maness, who puts out Slidell Magazine, very well respected young lady there working, that runs that business. Her events calendar is connected to our site. So if you want to know what happened yesterday, the Red Beans and Rice contest in downtown Slidell, everything that's going on up to the minute. So the history, the current, and what's coming up in the future, all in one site, one place to go. It's called Shop Slidell USA. We started there, but because it was so popular, other cities started to say, other areas, and people and friends said, hey, come see us. We'd like to do this for Mandeville and Covington and Pearl River. And so to fast forward a little bit, we decided, well, I'm retired, but I'll give it some consideration. So I connected up with a very well-respected gentleman on the west side of the parish, Chuck Morris, who owns a company called...
I know this name. I've never met him.
He owns a company called Incentives, and he puts out a publication every 60 or 70 days to 50,000 homes. He loved the idea, and I said, and he and I teamed up, and so we put all of the technology together, so because everything on that map is linked. So it's a hot link map. So when you go on that site, and by the way, it's now Shop Local USA instead of Shop Slidell.
Well, that was a question I asked you. Now it's Shop Local, but I mean, if you went to shoplocalusa.online, could you still scroll down and hit Slidell or scroll down and hit Abita Springs? Because it seems to me I would love to have Shop Local or Shop Slidell online or Shop Abita Springs or Shop Metairie. You know, this because it turns the whole city into
a digital tour.
A digital tour, but it's like, okay, most digital tour things you look at nowadays, it's just, okay, here's the swamp tours over here, here's that over here. But the actual shopping, they've never been incorporated together anymore. And let's not kid ourselves. The businesses are as important or more so than anything else in a community. And it always seems like everything was separate. You know?
Well, and that's what makes a community. You know, first the people come in and the business follows all the services and so on, but ultimately the businesses are the ones that really is the local backbone of the economy, and we have to let people understand how important it is to know. They're the ones that sponsor the Little League teams. They're the ones that go to the council meetings every other week, and they're the ones that get involved in the community. You know, what happens is that the trend continues and people continue to shop online. It's going to erode the tax base of our local towns and cities. And it's going to get to a point where, well, we had 6 firemen, now we only have 4. So your house might burn down because you couldn't get there quick enough. And you can't go online and look at a picture of a fire truck to put out the fire in the backyard. You know. So
are you trying to, in doing this? So see, me personally, I'm not going to deny it. We shop online, and I've had many conversations about on this program, on my previous programs, about the state not getting their fair share in the taxes. And I went, you know what? I agree with you, but come get it. You know, put the tax on me somehow and I'll pay it. But I'm not going to order my stuff online and then walk over there and start doling out cash. Number one, I don't even know what to dole out. And number two, I got other things to do. So, I mean, I think this is a way to encourage people to shop online, but also remember that you're a member of the community and you need to step up and pay what needs to be paid so these guys can pay the taxes so you can have 6 firemen.
And by the way, if you do, and coming from the legislature knowing this, if you do buy that big screen TV online and it's shipped to you a few days later, you're obligated by law to pay the use tax. You know, if you don't pay the sales tax, you do have to pay the use tax. Most people don't know about it, and some people, if they do know about it, they certainly don't bother with it.
Well, that's just it, though. I mean, you know, it's against the law if you get caught.
Yeah.
Who's going to get caught?
And it's very, very difficult. It's a very difficult law to enforce. But going on to the map itself, like you said, you can go to the digital tour on the website. You go to shoplocalusa.online first. And then you're going to see the mission statement, which is all about helping local businesses get better positioned to compete against online companies. Through this website that basically takes you for a virtual tour around your given town. So we started with Slidell. So when you go to that second tab, it says Digital Tour. You click on a city, And if you click on Slidell, you're going to get this map right here. And when you zoom in and you click on a business, this is where it really gets different and where it really gets beneficial. You get what we call
your individual one, yeah.
You get what we call a microsite. Now, a microsite is a one-page, full-blown website with up to 10 different ways for a consumer to contact that business. It's never been done before, to my knowledge. We've kind of created this, put some different softwares together to make this happen. So, Terry Lynn's in Old Town, for example, if you're on your cell phone, you can click and it dials the phone number right from your cell phone. If you want her address, we've already got an agreement with Google Maps.
Yeah.
You click on there and it gives an official map, a Google Map, to the location.
So in other words, you get the drawing and you get the official.
So artists, I have 4 artists, and all they do is go out and try to keep up with me, and they show these. We show them where the location is, and they draw a caricature of the building itself, which is very, very unique. And then we link their website, their email, their Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these different links, so that whatever links they have, there's up to 10 different ways for them to get
some
hold.
people prefer email, some people prefer Facebook, some people prefer Instagram. So you're able to now shop in the venue that you're most comfortable in.
Exactly. And so on this interactive map, when you zoom in and you click on any of these hundreds of businesses here, when you do that, you're going to click on it, you're just going to see this microsite page. And then, of course, from there, again, you can call them, contact them, email them, however you want to do it, learn more about what their store hours are, and so on. Everything else on the map that you see as a venue is also hot links. So, for example, all of your government offices, like if you click on a school, it goes to that school's website. Bonnie Cole Elementary, click on it, and it goes to that school's website. Major churches and public entities, the Pelicans. There was a huge, successful project in Slidell, Pelicans on Parade. A lot of people see these pelicans all around Slidell, but they don't know the whole story.
Yeah.
So they can find out what the whole story is. They click on any of the pelicans on our website, and it takes them to the Pelicans on Parade, where they'll see over 200 pelicans that raised $100,000 for folks. Click on Old Town, and if you see there on the Old Town map, you click, another whole Old Town map pops up about the size of this one. This one happens to be in Abita Springs. So for Slidell, for Mandeville, and for Covington, we'll be printing a couple thousand each of these 2 by 3, 2 feet by 3 feet, full color posters. But on the Madisonville, Pearl River, Abita Springs, and soon to be Folsom, we'll be printing the 11 by 17. Local restaurants take the back of these and they put their menus on them. And so while you're waiting for your food, you can shop around and see what's going on. I met with the mayor of Abita Springs, Greg Lemons, yesterday, and they were very, very excited about helping local businesses along with us. It's all about helping.
Well, that's not the whole point of it. Is you see, that's when you get so big, though, like Amazon and all the rest of them. I mean, it's so completely impersonal, and yet it makes you wonder, how can they provide this service? Because I mean, we have Amazon on the TV. We watch Prime movies, all that kind of stuff. Well, you sign up for that, and boom, you get free delivery of stuff. So, I mean, we buy most of the stuff we buy local, but every now and then you just go, I can't drive to the North Shore to get this stuff. I know they have it, but I'm going to order it online and have it delivered to my house. And a lot of times they can beat the prices on there. So, I mean, these small businesses like this are having a huge problem competing with big mega corporations.
And imagine now having a conduit where you can just simply go online in the comfort of your office or your home, click on Shop Local, and shop at literally hundreds of stores within 30 miles of where you live, and see, well, gosh, I don't have to go online. Right over here, 15 miles away, I can get what I want. This is Madisonville. And let's suppose, this Friday night you were looking to maybe go out and have a good seafood dinner, or you want to go out and have dinner on the river somewhere in Madisonville. Well, you can go on the Madisonville map, look for a restaurant, click on it, and they'll tell you who they are, how to get a hold of them, how to make a reservation, and so on.
How does somebody get involved in this? Because, I mean, here I'm looking at, you showed me that. Here's the Slidell map. I know there's way more businesses than this in Slidell.
About a month or so ago, there's a lot
some
more
that many
businesses
people more signed up for it already. Well, what do they got to do that?
Well, it's just simply call me. They can call me on my cell at 985-788-9772, or
they can go to
Shop Local USA online. Send me an email from there. I think there's a contact page on there. Oh, I didn't mention that when you do click on a map, when you do the digital tour, and you select, say, like Mandeville, well, there's a whole new Mandeville website, and what's on there? Well, the first thing, you got the history of Mandeville, a little background.
Yeah.
Then you got the digital tour of Mandeville. Then you have the Mandeville government offices. Then you have the Mandeville schools, the Mandeville organizations and clubs, and the Mandeville events calendar. So each individual city has a website within the main website, and each individual business has a microsite within every website. And then, of course, every...
So you can go, it's like you said, I want to go eat seafood on a Friday night. You can go to shoplocalUSA.online. You can go scroll down, click on Slidell, and say, I want to do this. And
you can actually go to the business list and look for restaurants. Scroll down to the restaurant you like, click on it, and it goes directly from the business list to their microsite.
So you're tying up with people like AAA with somebody like this, linking up with them, because they have their Traveler magazine, and people are plotting and planning things to do. And if you want to, hey, here's a link in your planning. Here's a link to a town you're going to be passing through while you drive on, so you can go to very specific things.
Well, actually, we're looking to develop an app right now. So on, again, the cell phone, you hit that one button, and it's going to take you to where you need to go. You can actually go on the site on your cell phone using a search engine like Google or Safari, and see and actually call right now without even having an app. You can just go to our site on your cell phone or your iPad or whatever.
Now, let me. I was talking to Randy Sherman, and we talked about. And I was reading an article in the paper too. There was like 15 different restaurants in the city of New Orleans that have closed since May the 1st. There's also been 16 new ones open up, so it's not like we're losing or coming and going. How? There have been times, like we just went to Biloxi, spent a few days over there, and we punch up, oh, let's go here, and then all of a sudden you see on there, oh, they're closed or something like that. I mean, can you easily, just take somebody off of this thing instead of just writing on the thing that they're closed? Like, I want to go find a restaurant. Well, that restaurant closed 6 months ago, but it's still on the list. Things like that. I mean, how easy is it with this to keep this thing constantly updated so I'm not chasing wild geese?
That's a very good question, and actually one of the very best benefits of this project. This is a virtual map that's updated daily.
Okay.
Every day businesses call to be added. I had a business that actually moved to a place that was vacant before and wanted to see if they could move him on our digital map. And I said, of course we can. And that took all of about 5 minutes to do.
But what does it do to people? Do they call you up and go, I'm out of business? Or somebody's going out of business, or their business is closed. They're just going to close. They're not going to tell you that. And the next thing you know.
Well, no. If they do close, they're still on the digital printed version. But certainly, if they do close, or if it turns out the landlord calls or whatever, it says, whatever, and they contact us, and certainly, or if we discover that somebody's closed.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. How can you discover? I mean, does you have somebody every day who is like going through the list and clicking on it, or is there some kind of program that's written that constantly clicks and makes sure that they're up to date?
Yeah,
that's the only downside of this thing that I can see, is because I hate. It irks me to go, okay, we're going to go here, and it will pile in the car and go, and the place has been closed for 2-3 months, and nobody hadn't made its way to the sign.
You'll have a chance to go on the website, click on that business, and make a phone call.
Okay.
And if they don't answer, hey, maybe they're closed. So this is actually a better way to find out before you make that commitment for a long trip.
Yeah.
And you look, if the phone don't work, you got their email address. If that don't work, you got Twitter, Instagram, you got 10 different ways to get a hold of them. Before, you may have had a phone call, a phone number. Now you got lots of ways to find it.
How do people get involved in this? If you got business, I know. You've got a whole bunch of businesses already involved. So, and when are you coming to the South Shore with this kind of stuff?
Well, as I said earlier, I'm somewhat retired, but I have a lot of tread left on the tires, and my wife said to get out of the house to go do something to make our marriage greater again. So I took her good advice.
My wife says to me. So.
And she's a wise woman. At 2 p.m. on August 11th, next Friday, it'll be 43 years.
Whoa!
So, and I'm married to a kindergarten teacher, retired kindergarten teacher. I'm blessed beyond belief.
So she knows how to handle you when you have a tantrum?
Yes, she does. But I think my problems began around the house after I retired last year, is when I went into the kitchen pantry and decided to do some organization in there, so we can, a little inventory control. And she asked me what I was doing in there, and I said, well, I was just, you got 3 bottles of ketchup and 4 boxes of Rice Krispies, and Well, I know what's in there. So I got the hint. I got out of there, and that was her turn. But anyway, this has been a great project. We've had a lot of fun with it. People love it everywhere we go. It's not about just printing a couple of thousand of these, which, by the way, they'll be all over the place in these towns.
And it's going to be a great place to, I mean, you can put these things like at bus stops so people can go, you are here type of deal, too.
Post offices, gas stations, there are always people pulling in the gas station. Well, how do you, and an old-fashioned map, it's kind of hard to read.
No,
map,
I like these things.
Go down to, the 7-Eleven and turn left. But on more than that, they can get on their phones and see this and know where to go. But we've had a lot of fun with it. You can do things like billboards and airplanes with banners, and we saved the hot air balloons for the politicians, though.
Don't go there.
Sorry about that.
There you go.
Down at the bottom, if you noticed, Frank Davis Natural New Orleans Bridge. If you click on that, you'll see the Frank Davis story on why the bridge was named after him.
So
you'll see.
It's all just, it's...
Oh, I forgot to mention.
All right, I'm running out of time, so give it to me.
While you're out there and you're on any of the maps, you soon will be able to discover nuggets, or I don't know, my wife says Waldo or whatever, I'm not sure. On these maps, soon, in fact, there's already a test going on right now in Slido. If you go on the map and you click on a spot somewhere, and you hit a certain spot, anywhere on there where you're searching for businesses, you'll get a $50 gift certificate.
Really?
It's hidden on the map. So we got little gold and diamond mines hidden all over. Well, right now in one or two spots in Slido, we're going to put them all over all the maps. And why? So that we can get people to go to the site, so we can get people to learn about their small businesses, support their small businesses, and call their small businesses. And you
just get the businesses themselves to take turns putting them up. Like, so today the thing might be here, tomorrow maybe.
Exactly. If a business wants to put up a $50 gift certificate, they're going to get billing on the front page and a big scroll. Go here, go there, so on. So
this is shoplocalusa.online, and you can email it info@shoplocalusa.online. Perfect. AG, it's good to see you again.
Same here, Spud. Good to see you too. I appreciate you letting me share this with your audience.
This is pretty cool. This is going to make life a whole lot easier for a lot of people, and that's the most important thing. So.